I'm Joanne Encarnacion, and I am 31 years old. In my first 12 weeks transformation, I lost 20 pounds and 17 inches. I try to lose weight, like every bride that's trying to get married. My first attempt of trying to lose weight was after my first daughter and right before me and John's wedding. I hired a trainer, and he got me to where I was at, but I was still never fully satisfied with the results, with how I looked or how I felt really, because it wasn't a lifelong goal necessarily. Like at that time, it was more of a, I need to look good for my wedding. I need to look amazing in a wedding dress, like most brides feel the desire to. And I remember seeing my friend's progress on her Instagram or her Facebook. Her name is Jay. She's one of the girls at Imago. She's a wonderful mother of two, married, has a thriving career, and seeing her being able to make all of that happen and still pour focus into her fitness and her health made me kind of realize that I had it too. I mean, like all moms and like all career moms, we kind of think, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do this. I have to get my kids ready for school. I have to get to work. I have to be a good housewife. I have to be this. I have to be that. And you're just pushed and pulled through so many directions that you kind of just, you make all the excuses, you know, to know somebody that did it, to know somebody that you can call on your phone, and seeing that this is a real life person made me believe that, hey, if she could do it, I could too. My first contact with Coach Hung, I walked into the old gym that she was at, and I was fiercely intimidated by everything. I didn't know what I was getting into. I wasn't 100% sure what to expect, really. I remember sitting in that room and my two kids were with me, and I remember like just telling her, I need help. I hate myself. I hate the woman I hated the woman that I was becoming. And I didn't want my daughters to see me like this anymore. And I remember breaking down, and I've never, God, it was such a, telling a complete stranger that was something that was so hard for me, because it took me years to be honest with myself about what was causing the depression, what was causing the sadness. I told her I wanted to be fit, I wanted to be healthy, I want my 30s to be the best years of my life, because my kids deserve that. It wasn't just me who deserved it, it was my daughter, it was my husband. He deserves a wife to be ultimately happy with herself. I told her I didn't have a weight loss goal, because every time I set myself with a weight loss goal, I remember always selling myself short. I remember always like thinking, oh, I'm almost there, so I'll slack off a little bit. I just told her that I wanted to be the best version of myself, and I didn't know what that looked like. I knew if she could do it to Jay, I thought I could be that too. It was always a struggle. I mean, the day-to-day is a struggle. Yeah, I have kids whom I still have to feed. And so during my journey of just knowing that I have to try to find a balance of cooking them food and my food and prepping and all that stuff, is not dipping into what they're eating, because sometimes you're looking and going, man, I would rather have that quesadilla melted cheese than like my salmon and Brussels sprouts. And I always focused on the little victories. And those little victories to me were the fact that I chose my meal over a cookie that was sitting there and screaming at my face and telling me to eat me. And so those things helped me. And I have this saying where it's better than yesterday, stronger for tomorrow. I focused on the small victories, just knowing that I was making the small steps towards a healthier life. To me, that's what kept me motivated. Whenever I had questions about it, or whenever they were asked about like what the diet was for, why you're doing it, or why are you trying to lose weight, my answer was always because I want to be a healthier version of myself. Being able to stand proud and say, yeah, you know what, I'm trying to do this for me. Like this is my gift to myself. I want to be happy. So I meal prep twice a week. I typically meal prep on Sunday and Wednesday. These have become the days that I find the most time for myself to be able to do that. And so because I've already prepared my food both on Sunday and Wednesday, I already have my meals aside. So when it comes to like cooking for my family, especially because you're eating on a schedule when you're on a meal plan, I always had my prepared foods. Sometimes I'll actually prep a bunch of protein even for my family and have that as the same type of foods that they're eating, but there'll be different additions such as like pasta with it or like rice and sauteed vegetables in a sauce, whereas mine will be more on the clean side. So there are still ways to be able to be really creative with family cooking and keeping it really clean without having it be so sacrificial on like taste and flavor for them. I think most people have maybe gotten to that point where they're at their very low, and that's where I was. How I feel now compared to that, I feel like a teenager. I feel like I've got tons of energy. I feel gorgeous, which is something I could never say about myself then. I feel beautiful. I feel incredibly strong. Not just physically, but inside. And I think that's something so powerful that you can't take away once you've got it. It's just an incredible feeling, you know, it's so powerful beyond words. Just that feeling of strength and beauty, and to be able to like look at myself in the mirror now and honestly say, damn, Joanne, you are beautiful. You're a beautiful woman. And know that you're saying that from the bottom of your heart. It feels so good. Like I feel like I fell in love with myself all over again. And that is a feeling I've never felt before. And it just feels very powerful and inspirational, even for myself, day to day. It's just different. And I can look at my daughters and say, hell yeah, I'm a beautiful, strong woman, beautiful, strong mom. I think the biggest struggle, and I still go through that today, is trusting the process. And I talk about that all the time, about just trusting the process of things, because you know, you're on a journey that you've never been on before. You're changing your life. And though on the surface it looks like you're just trying to lose weight or you're just trying to get fit, there's more to that happening. You're becoming a stronger person internally. You're finding your inner strength. You're finding your self-worth. You're finding your true and ultimate happiness. Imago built itself around community, and everybody working towards that goal of being healthier and more fit, and not just for aesthetics. You know, like a lot of the women who come in there, they're trying to become better versions of themselves. And one of the things about Imago is that, you know, we're all going through the same similar transformation journeys, though they're different stories. We're all there working together towards that goal. And I think that's what makes it really unique, is that each person has a story there, and each of those stories are so relatable because it's something that we've all gone through. You know, this feeling of like hopelessness, we've all kind of felt. This feeling of lack of self-worth, we all like struggled the same. And I think that's what makes us so unique. I think that's what makes Imago what it is the fact that they're not only building strong bodies, but they're building stronger minds and souls. And that's something that you can't get at a gym. That's something that you can't get anywhere else. And if your goal for yourself is bigger than just a weight loss number, if you're really trying to make a lifestyle change, nothing is gonna derail you from that. I think everybody has a beautiful inside, and it's okay to want that to match the outside. My biggest advice is to start thinking about what makes you happy. What would really make you happy and what it would take to get there. And that moment that you get there, hold on to it. Hold on to it. Hold on to it as if it was like $1 million, because it'll truly be something life-changing.